Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Now today's video was meant to be taking you behind the scenes on a photo shoot and talking to you about a specific type of shooting. However, unfortunately, thanks to recent events, that shoot has been postponed. So that video will be coming to you in the future. However, what I thought I'd do today is take a little bit of time to talk about what else but coronavirus and the effect that it's having on creatives and photographers in general, and what you can do to hopefully make it have as little of an impact as possible on your business. Now, there's no doubting that these are unnerving times, and it's very, very worrying if you are a freelancer. And I know that for me, myself, I've had jobs cancelled, and a lot of photographers that I know have had jobs either cancelled, delayed, postponed, and it is a very worrying time. You have got to keep the lights on, you've got to pay your rent, you've got to pay your mortgage, and so people are generally quite worried. So what I thought I'd do today is give you some advice and some tips on what you can do to hopefully make sure that you can still make money as a freelance photographer during these worrying times. Now, first and foremost, what I want to say is that your health and your safety of you and those around you is paramount, and that's more important than anything else. So more important than anything else is making sure that you and everybody around you is as safe as possible. And I just wanted to say that as a bit of a precursor to what I'm going to be going through, because everything that I'm going to go through all only comes after making sure that you're safe. That's the most important thing, and I can't stress that enough. Now, first and foremost, what you want to do is reach out to your clients and your customers and let them know that it's business as usual, that you are still shooting, shoots are still going ahead, and unless they have any reason to cancel, you will be proceeding as normal. This is just a bit of reassurance for them to let them know, because obviously everything's up in the air at the moment. People don't know what businesses are open, what are closed, and what's going to happen over the next few days and weeks, and nobody knows that. So just reassuring them is the first step into making sure that they're not cancelling because they're worried that it's not going to go ahead anyway. Now, what you also want to be doing is looking at diversifying. So looking at shooting different types of things to what you would shoot normally. So for example, if you're a portrait photographer, looking at maybe street photography or landscape photography. If you are a landscape photographer, definitely look at selling prints, because selling prints is one of the best ways that you can make good money without having to have any kind of contact. So through drop shipping, or even if you order and post the prints yourself, there's no contact with anybody. So this is something that even if you're in isolation or if you're quarantined, that you can definitely do, and it's a very good way to make some income using photographs that you've already taken. If most photographers go through their back catalogue, there will be a lot of work in there that can be sold as prints, and that people will definitely be wanting to buy if you advertise and if you let people know that. Even just posting on socials with shots of the images, just saying, I've got these shots here, I'm looking at making them into canvases or prints. Anybody interested, get in touch. And you'd be surprised at how many people would actually like to have your work on their walls. Also as well, another option that you have is to look at actually selling your skill set. So rather than selling a photo shoot, using websites like Fiverr, where you can offer your skills as an editor or as a retoucher, and people will pay you just to edit or retouch their images. So you've spent all this time building up this skill set, you're good at editing, you're good at Photoshop, Lightroom, all of those things. And if you're not taking photos at the moment, so you're not going to be doing it on your own images, people can simply send you their raw files and you can edit them. And basically all you do is you advertise the services that you offer, you create your prices, people can then approach you for jobs, they just send you the images, you edit them, send them back, and it's easy as that. And again, it's something that can be done if you are self-isolating or if you are under quarantine, because it's all done online. And it's another way of using that skill set to make money, that skill set that you've spent a lot of time building up and making sure it's not going to waste. The other thing about it as well is it keeps you sharp for when things do return to normal. By making sure that you're editing throughout however long this process is, it means that when you do get back to shooting your own stuff regularly, that there's no fatigue or there's no knowledge fade when it comes to editing. Another option that you've got along a similar kind of vein is online tutoring. So there are lots of places online where you can sell your services as a tutor in terms of, again, editing, Photoshop, photography in general. And people can pay to get either one-to-one or group sessions from yourself. And it can all be done either by live video chat, or you can record the videos yourself and then put it on as an online course. And it's another way where you can make money from the skill set that you've built up over a number of years. and also it's a way that you can help others at the same time whilst doing it. There are so many courses online for photography, for editing, so you may as well, again, put your skill set to good use and make some money out of it. There's then also the flip side of that coin, which is taking time that would have been normally spent shooting, developing your own skill set. So I did a video recently, I'll link it up here, talking about advice for beginner photographers, and the main things that I said were practice and learn. And both of those things you can do if you're in isolation, if you're in quarantine. If you're self-isolating or if you're in quarantine, YouTube is your best friend. If there's something that you've been wanting to learn, whether it's how to replace a sky in Photoshop or how to use the tone curve in Lightroom, there are millions of videos on YouTube where you can learn these things. And if you have all of a sudden got a lot of time opened up, use that time to develop your skill set. So again, when this is all over, you're in a better position than you would be actually if you were just shooting all of that time. So definitely taking the time out to develop your skill set, to learn something that you haven't learned before. Even if, to be fair, even if this is something that you're not going to use in your business. So even if you are a photographer but you want to learn a little bit about video, or the other way around, if you're a videographer but you wanted to know a bit more about stills, taking that time is just going to develop your skill set, and you never know when that's going to come in handy further down the line. And then finally, use any time that you do have available to organise your business itself. Now this can be anything from making sure that your contracts are watertight, making sure that your invoices are up to date, your expenses, getting things ready for your tax returns, even just things like what I've done today, which is organising my camera cupboard. So my camera cupboard is not very tidy. So I'll put a picture here of what it looked like this morning, and here for what it looks like now. And even just doing something like that, it's amazing how good it feels to be productive and to use that time. And also something like making sure that your invoices are up to date or your expenses. It's jobs that you have to do anyway. And if you can use this time now to do those, that means that you're not taking up time later when you could be doing jobs once things do get back to normal. So there you have it, my tips and advice on how you can try to limit the impact that coronavirus has on your photography business. Now, as I said at the beginning, there's no doubting that these are unsettling times and it's very unnerving to be a freelancer right now. However, hopefully, using any of the advice that I've just given, you may be able to limit the impact that it has on your business. And even if this video helps one person with one thing that means that they get a little bit more money during this period, then it's all worthwhile. As I said again right at the beginning, all of this, however, is second to your health, your safety and your well-being of both you and those around you. So stay safe, stay cautious, look after your loved ones, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.